Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Horror Talks with Tate. I'm Tate, your dedicated host, and I am glad to be back in your head again. In this podcast, we plunge into the depth of intricate plots, delve into rich character development, thematic elements, explore director's cuts, and so much more within the horror genre. For this episode, we will be discussing about another video game, the Mortuary Assistant. This game follows players controlling Rebecca Owens, a diligent assistant at a mortuary who is tasked with a meticulous and eerie job of embalming corpses under the watchful eyes of her mysterious boss, Raymond Delver. The players must navigate the dull and often unsettling aspect for this profession while contending with the constant threats of demonic possessions in the haunting and atmospheric mortuary. This game is rich with spine-chilling jump scares, intricate lore, and immersive simulation that draws players deeper into its dark narrative. Let's dive into the spooky summaries and uncover the plot details of this chilling game. The game follows the players as they take their roles on a character named Rebecca, a dedicated mortician who works tirelessly in a small-town mortuary. Her primary responsibility is to prepare the bodies for burying, a task she approached with meticulous care and respect. However, as Rebecca goes about her duties, she begins to experience unsettling encounters with supernatural entities, transforming her seemingly routine job into a chilling ordeal. Each night in the mortuary reveals more about the sinister forces at play, pushing Rebecca to confront her deepest fears and uncover the dark secrets hidden within the mortuary's walls. Now, let's dive into the discreet directors who brought this terrifying experience to life, and let me tell you how the game was made. The Mortuary Assistant was developed by DarkStone Digital. This game is a horror game known for its dark and eerie art style, which contributes significantly to its unsettling atmosphere. Here are some key elements of its art and style. Number 1. Realistic graphic. The game features detailed realistic graphic that enchants the immersion. The mortuary setting is meticulously designed to look real, with attention to detail its texture, lighting, and environmental design. Number 2. Gothic and gruesome aesthetic. The game's art style heavily leans to gothic and gruesome themes. The mortuary itself is filled with dark, foreboding corners, old-fashioned furniture, and unsettling objects that contributes to the eerie atmosphere. Number 3. Lighting and shadows. Lighting plays a crucial role in the game's atmosphere. The use of dim lighting and deep shadows creates a sense of dread and uncertainty, making players feel constantly on edge. Number 4. Sound design. Although not scriptedly part of the visual art style, the sound design addition the visuals perfectly. Creepy ambient noises, sudden sounds, and a haunting musical score enchants the horror experience. Number 5. Character design. The character designs, especially the corpses and supernatural entities, are crafted to evoke fear and discomfort. The realistic depiction of bodies and their unnatural movements add to the game's horror. And number 6. Interactive elements. The game includes various interactive elements such as embalming tools and other mortuary equipment, which are rendered with high detail to maintain the immersive experience. Overall, the Mortuary Assistant combines realistic graphics with gothic gruesome aesthetics and effective use of lighting and sounds to create a deeply immersive and terrifying horror experience. The game's narrative structure can be broken down into the following key elements. Number 1, introduction and setup. The game begins with the protagonist Rebecca Owens starting her new job at Riverfield's mortuary. Rebecca is introduced to her task by her boss Raymond Delver and learns about the mortuary procedure. Number 2, inciting incident. As Rebecca starts her night shift, strange and unsettling events begin to occur. She experiences visions, hears eerie sounds, and sees apparitions, indicating something supernatural is at play. Number 3, rising action. Rebecca must perform her duties, including embalming bodies and conducting other mortuary tasks, while navigating the increasingly terrifying environment. She discovers clues and notes left behind that hints at the mortuary's dark history and the presence of demonic entities. Number 4, midpoint. The intensity of supernatural occurrence grows, with Rebecca encountering more direct threats of man-violent spirits. She starts to piece together the story of the mortuary and the man-violent forces within it. Number 5, climax. The game climax typically involves a confrontation with the main demonic entity. Rebecca must use her wits and the tools available to her to survive this encounter and try to banish the evil present. Number 6, falling action. After the climactic encounter, Rebecca deals with the aftermath of her experience. The game may provide different endings based on the player's choices and action throughout the game. And number 7, resolution. The game concludes with Rebecca either escaping the mortuary or succumbing to the supernatural forces, depending on the player's decision. The narrative wraps up with a resolution that reflects the player's journey and the choices made during the game. The Mortuary Assistant uses a mix of environmental storytelling, found documents, and interactive elements to build its narrative, creating a tense of immersive horror experience for players. The game is set in a mortuary, specifically in a funeral home where the player, acting as a newly hired mortuary assistant, works the night shift. The setting is atmospheric and designed to create a sense of unease and tension. The key elements for the scene settings includes dim lighting. The mortuary is dimly lit with flickering lights and shadows that adds to the eerie atmosphere. Quiet, claustrophobic spaces. The interior is filled with narrow hallways and small rooms, enchanting the feeling of confinement and isolation. Creepy decor. The decor includes embalming tools, mortuary tables, cold storage units, and religious symbols, all contributing to the unsettling environment. Sound design. The soundscape includes ambient noises such as the hum of equipment, distant thunder, and unexplained creaks and whispers, further immersing the player in the horror experience. And supernatural elements. As the game progresses, the mortuary becomes increasingly haunted, with paranormal events such as spirits, moving objects, and disturbing visions. Overall, the setting of the Mortuary Assistant is crafted to keep players on edge and enchant the horror elements of the game. The Mortuary Assistant is a game that used music and sound design to create a deeply unsettling atmosphere. The sound design plays a crucial role in building tension and immersing the player in the eerie environment of the mortuary. Here are some key elements of its music and sound design. Number 1. Ambient sounds. The game employs a variety of ambient sounds to create an eerie and foreboding atmosphere. This concludes the sound of dripping water, creaking noises, distant thunder, and other subtle background noises that keeps the players on edge. Number 2. Creepy music. The music in the Mortuary Assistant is designed to be haunting and unnerving. It often features slow accordant melodies, low-frequency drones, and other elements that enhance the sense of dread. Number 3. Sudden audio cue. To startle players and keep them alert, the games use sudden loud noises, such as bang, crashes, and whispers. These unexpected sounds can occur at any moment, heightening the tension. Number 4. Voice acting. The game includes voice acting for various characters and entity. The voice acting is typically delivered in a way that adds to the unsettling nature of the game, with whispers, distorted voices, and other effects. Number 5. Interactive sounds. Action performed by the players, such as opening drawers, using tools, and interacting with the environments that are accompanied by realistic and often overstated sound effects that enhance immersion. And number 6. Dynamic soundscapes. The sound design dynamically changes based on the player's action and progression in the game. For example, certain sounds may become more tension and frequent as the player delves deeper into the mortuary and uncovers more of its secret. Overall, the combination of these elements creates a soundscape that is integral to the horror experience of the Mortuary Assistants, effectively building tension and maintaining the constant sense of unease. Brian Clark developed the Mortuary Assistant himself, based in Connecticut. He had previously worked on massively multiplayer online role-playing games. Clark's influence include creepy online videos and found footage films, especially Paranormal Activity. The prototype was released in 2020, and Clark was surprised to find that many people wanted the full simulation of embalming. After researching embalming, he mostly implemented it realistically. Some aspects were streamlined for time, and he used archaic procedures when he thought they made scenes creepier. Dread XP released it on Windows on August 2nd, 2022, and on Switch on the 20th of April 2023. The game has received an impressive rating on Steam, with users giving it a 9 out of 10, reflecting its popularity and the positive reception from the gaming community. The Mortuary Assistant has not received any specific awards since its release. Despite this, it has garnered significant attention and praise within the game's community for its unique gameplay and atmosphere. The game was well received for its balance of mutant mortuary tasks and supernatural horror elements, creating a deeply immersive and terrifying experience. It became a bestseller on Steam upon release and received a mix of reviews highlighting its effective scares and atmosphere, though some noted technical issues and the need for more polish. About the foreshadowing of the Mortuary Assistant, Rebecca's dad's face is shrouded in tragedy and mystery. with contributes of the game's unsettling atmosphere. The narrative reveals that Rebecca's father suffers from a severe mental illness, leading him to becoming abusive. This trauma significantly impacted Rebecca's life and mental state. Additionally, it suggests that Rebecca's father may have died under unclear circumstances, which adds to the game's eerie and sober tone. The specifics of his death is left unclear, enchanting the psychological horror elements as Rebecca grapples with her past while dealing with the supernatural occurrences in the mortuary. In the Mortuary Assistant, the tools and items used are permanently related to mortuary practice and embalming. Here are some of the key tools and items featured in the game. Number 1. Scalpel, used for making incisions during the empaling process. Number 2. Force, used for manipulate tissues and organs. Number 3. Needle injector, used to set the features of the deceased by wiring the jaw shut. Number 4. Tubing, used to connect empaling machines to the body for the fluid enchants process. Number 5. Trocard, a long-pointed instrument used for aspirating bodily fluids for cavities. Number 6. Embalming fluids, various chemicals used to preserve the body, such as formaldehyde and other preservatives. Number 7. PVC pipes, used to guide and direct the flow of embalming fluids. And number 8. Moisturizing wipe and cotton, used for cleaning and preparing the body. Additionally, the game incorporates supernatural elements where the player must need is to use special items to deal with demonic presence and other paranormal activities. Number 1. Singles and symbols, used to ward off or identify demonic entities. Number 2. Holy water, sometimes used for purification and protection against evil spirits. Number 3. Lighter, used for lighting candles or burning specific items during rituals. And number 4. Candles, used in various rituals and to provide light in dark areas. The gameplay involves a combination of traditional mortuary tasks and paranormal investigations, requiring players to switch between embalming tools and supernatural protection items. Now, let's dive into our segment, Insane Insiders, where we uncover fascinating fun facts, hidden Easter eggs, and delve into the audience review and reaction to the game. Join us as we explore the intricate detail and uncover the secrets that makes this game a fan favorite. I'm going to start this segment with Easter eggs. Number 1. Secret ending. There are multiple endings in the Mortuary Assistant. One secret ending can be unlocked by performing specific tasks or discover hidden items throughout the game. Players need to be through in their explorations to uncover this ending. Number 2. Hidden notes and lore. Scattered throughout the game are various notes and documents that provide additional backstory and lore. These items are not always in plain sight, but often requires careful searching to find. Number 3. Reference to other horror games. The game includes subtle nods to other popular horror games. For instance, there might be objects or visual cues similar to the games like Silent Hill or Resident Evil. Number 4. Developer messages. There are hidden messages from the developers tucked away in less obvious places. These can be found by inspect certain objects or areas closely. Number 5. Creepy dolls. Throughout the game, players might come across creepy dolls that seem out of place. These dolls often have eerie implications and can add to the overall atmosphere of the game. Number 6. Audio Easter eggs. Some audio cue and background sounds may reference other horror media or contain hidden messages when played in reverse or at a different speed. Number 7. Environmental clues. There are various environmental clues and hidden symbols that can hint at the underlying story or provide insight into the game's mysteries. And number 8. Jump scares. While not exactly Easter eggs, unexpected jump scares can occur in areas where the players might not be expecting them, adding an extra layer of fear. Exploring every nook and cranny of the Mortuary Assistant will help uncover these Easter eggs and enrich the overall gaming experience. Here are some fun facts about the game. Number 1. Unique setting. The game is set in a mortuary, which is a rare setting for horror games. This unique environment adds to the eerie atmosphere and creates a characteristic experience for players. Number 2. Realistic mortuary procedures. The game includes detailed and realistic mortuary procedures. The developer, Brian Clark, consulted with professionals in the mortuary field to ensure rightness in a portrayal of embalming and other mortuary tasks. Number 3. Solo developer. The Mortuary Assistant was primarily developed by a single person, Brian Clark, who is also known for his work on other horror games. His dedication to creating a terrifying experience is evident in the game's attention to detail and atmosphere. Number 4. Dynamic hauntings. The game features a system of dynamic hauntings, meaning that the scares and paranormal events vary from playthrough to playthrough. This randomness ensures that each playthrough feels fresh and unpredictable. Number 5. Psychological horror. The game highlights psychological horror, focusing on building tension and dread rather than relying solely on jump scares. This approach creates the more immersive and unsettling experience. Number 6. Inspired by real experience. The game's concept was partly inspired by Clark's own experience and fascinations with death and the supernatural. He wanted to create a game that explores the fear of the unknown and the inevitability of death. Number 7. Puzzles and mysteries. In addition to the horror elements, the game includes various puzzles and mystery that players must solve to progress. These elements add depth to the gameplay and encourage players to explore the mortuary and uncover its secret. And number 8. Indie game success. Despite being an indie game, the Mortuary Assistant has gained a significant following and positive reviews from players and critics alike. Its success showcases the potential for indie developers to create impactful and memorable gaming experience. These fun facts highlight some of the unique aspects that makes the Mortuary Assistant an interesting entry in the horror game genre. The Mortuary Assistant had received general positive reviews from audience, particularly for its immersive and terrifying gameplay. Players appreciate the game's unique settings and the combination of realistic mortuary tasks with supernatural horror elements. The attention to detail with the embalming proceeds and the unsettling atmosphere has been highlighted as major strength. Many reviews praise the game for its effective use of tension and subtle scares rather than relying heavily on jump scares. This approach creates the more sustained sense of dread, making the horror elements feel more impactful. The sound design and visual also contributes significantly to the eerie atmosphere, with well-done sound effects and detailed cadaver models adding to the creepiness. However, some players have pointed out technical issues such as menu glitches and occasional bugs, which can distract from the overall experience. Despite these flaws, the game is seen as a solid addition to the horror genre, especially considering it was developed by a solo developer. Overall, the Mortuary Assistant is recommended for fans of horror games who enjoy a mix of procedural tasks and supernatural scares. Its replayability and multiple endings provide additional values, encouraging players to dive back in to uncover more about the story and characters. Before we wrap up today's episode, I want to share my thoughts of this game. I genuinely enjoyed for several reasons. First and foremost, the creation of this game is nothing short of impressive. The attention to detail and the creativity behind the design truly stand out. One of my favorite aspects is the jump scares. They are brilliantly executed, popping out at completely unexpected moments, which keep players on edge throughout the entire experience. The unpredictability of these scares adds a thrilling element that can really get your adrenaline pumping. Moreover, the story is exceptionally well crafted. It weaves a complex and engaging narrative that unfolds as you progress, revealing layers of mystery and interesting. This game doesn't just entertain, it also offers a lot of learn and discover. Every detail seems to have a purpose, contributing to a rich and immersive storyline that keeps you hooked from beginning to end. Overall, this game offers an amazing blend of excitement, suspense, and depth, making it a truly memorable experience. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend giving it a go. And also, they announced that they're also planning on making a movie adaptation. I'm really excited if that's going to happen. And we don't know when will it start development. I don't know if it's in development now, but we'll have to find out later. This concludes today's episode. I hope you all really enjoyed discovering the game and its thrilling aspect. Next time, I'll be back with more spine-chilling content as I delve into the world of a sci-fi horror movie, Brightburn. Don't forget to follow, rate, and review this podcast to help us grow and reach more horror fans like yourselves. For those of you who haven't heard, I have a YouTube channel now called Horror Talks with Tate. Please subscribe to my channel for exclusive contents, behind-the-scenes footage, and more in-depth discussions on your favorite horror topics. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Horror Talks with Tate Podcast to stay updated for upcoming episodes, YouTube videos, and exciting news. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, if you want to banish the demon to hell, please learn the demon's name and choose the right body it's in. Stay spooky, and I'll see you next time.